Hey guys, aka88 on Cars. I think I might have bought some car parts. Today you're going to be opening this lot with me. I've got 4 big boxes, let's get into it. So today guys, we're going to be unboxing these 4 boxes, all of which came from aleaseparts.com. It's the next phase of the project. I've never filmed an unboxing before. Let's hope it goes alright and let's get into it now. Ooh, wait a second. Is this a spoiler? Okay. Box number 1. Let's start off here. So, first of all, very light. I have already opened this one to make sure that it wasn't damaged. It wasn't. What have we in here? So, this is actually a replacement filler carbon fibre cap for the fuel tank. Real carbon fibre as well, made by a company called Ultimate Carbon. Really nice pieces to show here, but that's not the only thing that we've got in here. What else have we got in here? I think that probably the first one was probably a little bit of a hint. Terrible sounds. Look at this. So here, I might just move this box out of the way. So here we have some absolutely lovely carbon fibre side canards to go on the side of the VX. The carbon fibre, again, this is another piece from Ultimate Carbon. Really nice finish, really nice gloss finish. I'm not decided whether I'm going to paint part of this to match the other work that have been done to the car yet, which you may or may not have seen in another video. So I've got 2 of these. We'll bring the box back. Another really nice piece. Get this out of the way. 2 carbon fibre canards. These are going to look great in the car. I cannot wait to get them on. Right, on to the next one. I think this will do. I wonder what it can be. The world's biggest box. However, super light. But these look like an absolute work of art when you see them. Oh man. This is the thing I am almost the most excited about getting on the car. So this is an amazing set of Nitron suspension. Look at this. Look at this. Wow, these things are a real piece of beauty. So I ended up going with, and I think these ones are called the NRT46s, I think. I'll put the spec up on the screen now just so you can see them. So we've got a helper spring as well as the mainspring. So this should help us in lots of situations. Certainly it should keep a little bit of work off the mainsprings, and hopefully should mean that we have a slightly cooler ride, which will be nice because this car is not completely going to be a track machine, but also should help with the importance of traction and getting off the line. Now these, and I've never had these before, I've only ever had coilovers that have had just the single adjustment. So there's an adjustment down here which does the, I think it's just the softness or stiffness of the suspension. But when the real magic comes is with these remote solenoids. So on here we have a number of settings. So on the top we've got a low speed rebound and a high speed compression adjustment. Now this is going to be amazing because what that means is it means we can dial in a different setting for the car in low speeds. So perhaps if we want to have a little bit more sort of travel in the shock, to allow for better traction of the wheels, to stop the wheels bumping as we suddenly put down quite a lot of power in a car that only weighs 900 kilos quite quickly. And we can make an adjustment then so that we're not having to suffer from one suspension setup that works for us at low speeds. Then when we're going along, it's not either too soft, you know, we're not having too much body roll, and we can really dial in a couple of the functions here. So these are amazing. These were custom made. I can't wait to get them on. A few more bits and pieces that came with it. So we've got this very nice little pamphlet here from Nitron. More stickers to add to my non-existent sticker collection. And we can see here, I'll show both cameras, the name of the gentleman that built these by hand, which is a nice little touch. Really nice little touch. P. Dowsett. Let's call him Pete. Cheers, Pete. If anyone knows him, he can correct his real name in the comments. Is it Pete? Is it Paul? Who knows? Anyway, let's open a few more of these so we can get the whole shebang on the table. Oh man. So I'm actually going to use my trusty craft knife here as well. Now I only had to look at one of them just to make sure that when they came out of the box they were spot on. The first ones certainly were. Let's see how the second ones look. Oh man, these look amazing. So much care, you can tell, has been put into this. Look at those. Look at those. Wow. A real beautiful work of art, as we see on the B-roll. Right, let's go on to something else. Ignore the slight mess behind. I might just do some magic cleaning up. Okay, back. Let's pick up something now. This one's actually the lightest one of the lot. Now, if I haven't already mentioned, these parts came from Elise Parts, and a really big shout out to Elise Parts, especially Ian, who bared with me for many weeks. Okay, so part of this, or all the spend coming here, you're probably going to start seeing a theme as we get into it. Look at this. Look at this. So, what is this, you might say? Well, this is the new upper strut. I have 4 of these, surprisingly, for all the 4 wheels on the car. And these ones are made by Elise Parts themselves. Elise Parts make some really amazing parts. As part of, they're not just a wholesaler, which I was really impressed with. I was also talking with Sam Borgman at TDI, and Sam had some history with Elise Parts and really set my mind at ease when I was working up to this order. So the purpose of this is, these parts are, there's a couple of reasons, and I'm pretty sure I have in my hand, I think this is the rear, one of the rear ones. Now, other than these being a little bit lighter, there's a couple of other benefits that come with these as well. So one of the issues when you typically run a lowered car is, as you lower the car, even on a double wishbone system, like what's on the Elise and the VX220, as you lower the car, you're going to change the angle in which the wheels are facing. Now, you can change some of that by adjusting various sort of shims and other suspension parts. One of the really nice things about these hubs is they allow us to realign and lower the car a set amount, but also keep the geometry of both the wishbones and the hub perfectly straight, which is really cool. So what that means is, it makes the car more predictable because we haven't got to deal with wishbone angles which are in compression in comparison to the normal precision that they were designed to. You know, that is my layman's term. Remember, I'm far from a car specialist in any case. Let's have a little look in what's in this box number 2. Oh, okay. So this is there we go. These are the front ones. 50-50 shot that I was right with those ones being the rear ones. I think these are the front ones. So, kind of surprising, like, size difference there. If I put them one side by side, that is actually quite a bit different. This one for the front is almost, I wouldn't say it's quite twice as big, but it's definitely getting onto 1.5 times as big. Wow. Such nice metalwork. I really like these parts. So, rear, front. Same deal on the front. There's some other cool stuff though that we're going to be mounting to the front uppers, which I'll get into as we open some more. Right, onto another one. Let's have a little look-see what we have in here. Righty. Well, we've got a lot of parts here. Most of these I haven't actually cheated and looked at before. So let's get to it. Where do we start here? So I think I know where I'm going to start. I'm going to start here. Now, if you haven't already guessed it, with the suspension forks that are sitting in front of you, I guess the next stage of the works that I'm going to be doing are suspension works. Surprise, surprise. So again, from Elise Parts, we've gone through and there's a refresher kit in here somewhere. So I think these are, so these are the bushes that go all around, and this is a complete rebush of the entire car. So we're going to be having the existing wishbones out. I stopped short of buying new wishbones. I don't think that's probably necessary. We expected the car at TDI about a couple of weeks ago to see what condition they were in, and they seem to be fine, so we'll probably just get them powder coated. But we've got some new bushes here. Now these are not the standard ones, and they're also not the polyurethane ones, which are known for a little bit of a poor ride. I'm going to put the actual type that they were here. I might also put up a picture of the Elise page showing the options that we had. Now, we have got ball joints for these, but these are not just the normal ball joints. So these are racing. See that? Racing. Racing ball joints, guys. This is the game we're playing at the moment as well. So, I think with these, there's just a little bit more of adjustment. So obviously when we do all these works, we're going to do a full geo of the car. So this will just allow us to really dial it in. Great little ball joints here. I think I'll leave those out. Racing. What else have we got here? New tie rod ends as well. So VXs, VX220s and Lotuses have a very horrible habit of when these go, the cars basically just spin out of control and land into a wall. Now, why don't we do a little one? So in here, we have new indicator stalks. So nothing to do with suspension. I really, really, really don't like the fact that, and I believe this is true even on modern Lotuses, so on the modern Elise and the modern Exceed, they're still using the Vauxhall turn indicators. I just think it looks so terrible, so we're losing them. For these lovely aluminium ones, again, got them from Elise Parts. Okay, what else have we got here? These are the bolts for the toe link kit. So I've got seam points, got my towing eye mate. I might just leave it on there, just hang it down a little bit, because I'm that cool. No, I actually need one of these. I found I do actually have a towing light on the front of the VX, so if I ever go off which is probably pretty likely, I'm going to definitely need one of these. What else is in here? Otherwise, this is cool. This is cool. So I'm actually going to open one of these. So these will mount with our beautiful new hubs. Now, what these are is these are designed, so I believe these attach into the steering rack, and what they're designed to do is to stop bump steer on the VX220. And again, these are made by Elise Parts. Geez, they just make this stuff so so light. This is aluminium, the black bit's aluminium. Such great parts. Okay, I think we're gonna rearrange this and let's get on to the final big box. Now, I'm actually not going to lift it up onto the table because my puny camera setup won't be able to handle it. There won't be enough space, so I'm going to pull some stuff out. Let me do it. I think it's going to be quite obvious what it is pretty quickly. Now, we're doing suspension, so unsurprisingly, we probably should also do brakes, right? So, I wonder what's in here. Now let's have a look at these. Oh, man, look at these. Look at these. These are AP 4-pot calipers, and we've got some Frodo brake pads in there. Really like them here with so you've got the black with these, and this is like a yellow. Let's just show it to the camera here. You can see this is like a yellow finish, but it's like quite a dark yellow finish. I really like that. I think probably what I'm going to end up doing is put the front calipers, which are 2 pots. I think I'm probably going to put those ones on the rear, mounted with these beautiful hubs right here. But I think I'm going to try and imitate the same lettering. Now, no calipers are complete without the obligatory discs, and not wishing to do it by half measures, we've got some really, really nice rotors here. So these are 2-part Ali bells and discs. So you have the aluminium bell in the middle and then the disc to the outside. Just look at the thickness of that disc. That is going to be really, really awesome for some great cooling, I'm hoping. So again, eliminating the brake fade. Now, ironically, these brakes, or these discs should I say, are actually not the ones going on the front. So I think these ones here are 309mm, which doesn't sound like a lot, but again, remember that this car that I'm in only weighs 900 kilos. The ones on the front are actually going to be a little bit bigger, so I think they're 315mm. We actually can't go any bigger, so we're going to actually use some spacers apparently to go on the caliper, so to make that work. But I don't know, I spent too much time in Japanese cars, or cars that weigh a little bit more, because normally 325mm is like the stock for big brake kits, but I've learned otherwise in this instance. Right, braided brake hoses, and that all came with the kit. Looking forward to getting those on. Should be slightly harder wearing. Managed to stab myself with some metal fragment. Whilst here, we've gone for new hubs. So these are new hubs with the ABS sensor on the back. Am I going to be using the ABS sensor for this? No, I am not. But what I'm definitely going to be using it for in later builds is to use the speed sensors on here for monitoring slip. That might be a slight hint about what might be coming after we finish this little suspension work. So these are great. What do we think of that? I think that's going to look quite nice under the wheels. Should stop us quite well. Guys, thanks so much for watching today and staying towards the end of the video. What do you think of these amazing parts? I can't personally wait to get them on the car and see how the car feels. It's going to be an amazing drive, considering how good the baseline of the car is already. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. Anything you think I missed or anything you want to chat about, hit me up in the comments. I read all the comments and will reply to as many of them as I personally can. The channel's only small, you know, hopefully the hobby is worthwhile as I keep it going. Otherwise, looking forward to the next one. Thanks for your time. See you soon.